Let's take a look at this public access build. So we started with the unlimited, and this is going to be in the bottomlands color. The thought here was, again, public access for specifically deer hunting. So we got a couple things in mind as we build out this boat. One is going to be, we're going to need a lot of open space, right? As deer hunters, we're bringing a lot of gear onto our boats to bring them out there, as well as we have the hope of bringing a deer back with us. So we need room for that. So we kind of left this whole front area open. An idea here is like, you could put a gear pod, you could not. I opted to not in this build, just so we had the extra room up here. But to talk about this build specifically, the things we added to it, we have this this shotgun mount here, and we're gonna be using that for our rifle. It's gonna be a way to be able to safely transport our firearm in and out of the woods and keep it locked in. We have these straps over the top here, keep it nice and safe. Next, we're gonna have the bottomlands pattern on this. We touched on it a little bit, but just specifically, this is gonna be the Mossy Oak Bottomlands Unlimited. So we have camo throughout the boat, which is a really good option as we start to gear it out a little bit more. The Unlimited always comes with the 360, so we have our 360 Fusion seat here. For safety, we're gonna have our PFD, which we're gonna wanna have a lightweight one in this situation, to get in and out and kind of keep it out of the way when we're not on the water itself. We have a paddle here as well as the aluminum one as a backup for safety. Propulsion for this whole build is going to be with a 2.3. So the idea here is we can get to public access waters, we could motor through some of the bigger channels, get to where we want to go, and when we hit the skinny water, we could switch over to the paddle. So we could kind of push in, drop, put our 2.3 up, and really have the best of both worlds. With that 2.3, we're going to be having the tiller extender, which is going to allow us to use our tiller from up in our 360 seat. Outside of that, we have a set of track straps here, and the thought was, if you have a tree stand or any other objects, we could put them here. This does segue to another thing we could put here, which is going to be this Yakattack. This is going to be the bar cart here. So the idea with this transportation method with the bar cart is we could have our rig or truck, whatever we're bringing down to the water with our new canoe, we could put it on here, walk it down to the water to get to some of these access points that other people can't get to, so we can be hunting some public lands in new ways, as well as we could break this bar cart down. It stows really well. Put a lot of the components back here, strap it down, and when we get into the woods, if we need to be pulling it up out of the way, we need to overland anything, we could easily do that, build it back out, take a couple minutes, put it back together, and hit our hunting spot. So that's gonna be this public lands build. And the thought here, the whole price for this build is gonna be just over $3,500. So a really affordable way to have top of the line options to get to these new areas of public lands. So go ahead and look down below and you can see some more weekly build outs, as well as stay tuned for next week.